Hi everyone, FT here. I hope you're all well. I'm continuing to make videos about my airsoft pistol collection, and this one's a little different because it's not made by we. It's made by VFC, VegaForceCompany, and this is a trademark PPQ. So let's take a look at this one. So the manual is completely different to the Wii ones. It's in English, French, German and Spanish. It is extremely good. There's no pidgin English in here. The product is displayed with all the markings and actions and how you need to treat it. And that's repeated throughout the different languages. The box couldn't be simpler. It's an empty cardboard box with a little partition in it that has the magazine. That's my bill. Umarex Walther PPQ. This is a PPQ M2 6mm. Magazine, standard airsoft fare. It's all metal. As you can see, or I hope you can see, it's got the Walther trademark on it, along with PPQ on the foot. Gas intake valve. Gas release valve, there's no gas in here. So you slide the spring back and then you can drop in the BBs through a special feeder you get. Nothing special there. And then we come to the PPQ itself. Now the style and the design will look very much like the P99 God of War. Obviously it's bigger. As you can see here, I can grip without the magazine in. The magazine goes in. This side a button for release. Yeah. Now this has a weird pattern meshed into the grip, and also the grip is moulded for your fingers, and it's actually very good. The back of this grip can be replaced. You knock a pin out here, and I've got the medium back on it at the moment. It's got some ID markings on here. I'll take pictures, I got close up. Serial number on the back. It has the indent like the P99, but there's no actual indicator to say whether you are cocked or not. Obviously on the real steel there is, but on this copy there isn't. There is also no decocking mechanism on the top of the slide. Full trades, so we have the Walther, the PPQ, now this is German on the back here. And that is shown on the screen here.
Warnhinweise beachten.
Then up the front here you have the make or maker's name, Carl Walther. It's got something else under there which I can't quite make out, but we'll get a photograph done so we can pick it up. Obviously the PPQ on the slide. There's nothing here on the back. It's got the Walther in white there, as you can see. This is 9mm times 19 stamped in to the slide. It's got Cal 6mm BB stamped here. Integral rail built into the lower frame. It has what I call the Glock trigger, where it has a piece in the middle. So if you tug on the left or right side of the trigger, it doesn't do anything. You need your finger completely round the trigger so the centre part is pushed down and then the trigger will operate. See Walther moulded in up here, but not on this side. This side's pretty plain. So the slide is metal and the lower is plastic, and in order to separate them you need to cock it. Then you can pull these two tabs down, you grab it either side, tab here, and then just slide the slide off. Metal parts fitted into the frame, but it is an all plastic frame and trigger. So the metal slide, if you want to strip it down further, you have to push the return spring and the guide back and then bring it out. You can then push the barrel forward, tip it, and then it will just slide out. Now the inner and outer barrels of this are separate, but they're prevented from actually coming apart without a bit of force by a little metal lug here. It has a hop up there, a little wheel there, so you can adjust it. Now this came as a semi-auto only pistol, as are most pistols, but it has the capability to go full auto. And what you need to do, you have to do a small modification to undo this screw and take this plate out, and it had a little plastic lug that you just have to Dremel off, snip and Dremel off, and that will allow you to get a screwdriver and move this metal tag up. Can't do it with your thumb, you need a screwdriver, and just give it a lever, bit of leverage, and it just gives a little click, and then you can go full auto. Well, that's all very good, I hear you say, but who wants to strip down a pistol to go full auto? Well, actually you don't have to, because when the slide is cocked back and locked, this is exposed and you can just flick it. Yes, you need a little tool, but it's no big deal. So putting this all back, exactly the reverse. You take your barrel, inner and outer barrels, and slot them in. You then take your spring and guide, put them in, and it just basically sits up against here. And you slide it over your frame. If I lock that in place, you can see this is exposed here. I can just flick that, and then I'm in full auto mode. Slide and lock it back. Flick it back this way towards the outside of the slide, and you're back in semi. Just a little hack that works on this one. Something I didn't mention about the P99, which I should have done, is the trigger guard is extra large, so you can actually wear gloves. And you would be surprised at the number of pistols where you're in the winter, you're wearing gloves, and it's just a little bit awkward to get into that trigger. Well, you won't have the trouble with this one. The sights are basically fixed, and they're just white dots. But I really do like this pistol. So there it is, my Walther PPQ M2 full trade, and it's an official Umarex product. Shock horror, FT's collection has got something other than a Wii in it. Anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, I'll see you on another video. Cheers!